Hello, all you wonderful people. I wish you all a very happy Navratri, Dussehra, Durga Puja, or whatever festival you're celebrating right now. I am from Assam, and we Assamese and the Bengali people are very passionate about Durga Puja. It's not just a festival, it's an emotion. But this time around, we couldn't celebrate it fully because of the ongoing COVID 19 situation. So you can say that the celebrations are very toned down, or people are not going out of their houses, the pandals are very small, and everybody is maintaining social distancing. So the mood is a little bit low this time. But let's not forget the spirit of Durga Puja, which celebrates the victory of good over evil. And it's not just Durga Puja, no matter what festival you're celebrating right now, be it Dussehra or Navratri, the spirit is the same, right? How we can be victorious, how we can defeat our inner demons. In this video, I wanted to help you people celebrate the spirit of this season without moving out of your houses. And I have a very unique way of doing that. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. If you are new here, my name is Anangsha Alammyan and welcome to my channel where we talk about how you can be the best version of yourself. This can include so many productivity tips, reading tips, and of course writing tips, especially related to medium. This video is about how we can fight our inner demons, and one of the biggest demons that plagues the generation of today is rejection. Let's face it, rejection sucks. Dealing with rejection is never easy. Especially if you're someone who's trying to grow your business or you're trying to make a living out of your art or following your passion, you tend to take rejection to heart, as if the fact that somebody rejected you reflects directly on the quality of your work. The fear of rejection is so crippling that many times it often stops us from trying out new avenues. We get thoughts in our head like, what if I fail? According to entrepreneur, public speaker, and author James Altucher, there are basically three responses to rejection. One, I suck, I can't do this, I give up. Two, they suck, I'm just going to find someone else and move on. Three, what can I do differently that will help me improve my craft? So this video is about how you can make peace with rejection and how you can use it to push forward. I will discuss the concept that Altucher put forward in his book Choose Yourself about how you can use rejection to push yourself forward. So the first step towards moving on from rejection is always that you need to make peace with yourself. That's fine, you got rejected, but that's not the end of the world. The second is to take a step back and look at your product or your proposal from a different perspective and try to understand what you did wrong and what you could have improved. One way of doing is asking for unbiased feedback from people whose opinions you trust. Another way of doing is you just sit back and write down 10 ways you know you need to do to improve your product. This is not going to be an easy list to make because as entrepreneurs or as artists, we always like to believe that our product is the best, that we have done the absolute best that we could and there is nothing else that we need to do. But to be honest, there's always room for improvement and you have to look at your product with a very critical eye and only then you can identify what are the things that you need to do to change it, to make it better. Here is a direct quote from Altucher: change up, don't give up. One method of changing up is you can expand the universe of decision makers. Suppose you are a writer, you have written a new book and you send it to a publisher for review. You wait for 6 months and after 6 months they just reject your work and you are crushed, you are broken, you have no way to know what happened, what went wrong. But did you know that most publishing houses, at least in India, they hire one intern to look through all the manuscripts that they receive, and that intern is probably overworked and underpaid and they have 10 other things to do, and mostly they would just pick up almost every manuscript and just reject them. So you are basically giving the power of your dreams, of what you are going to do with your dreams, you're giving that to an intern who is probably not even interested in doing the job 100%. So how can you let just one person decide your entire future? You need to expand your universe of people who you are giving this decision to. That rather than depending on a middleman, you should directly approach your target audience. Let's take the example of you being an author. Rather than waiting for a publisher to publish it, Your direct audience is the reader, right? People who are going to read your book. You can just self-publish your book and that will make your product reach the consumer directly without having a middleman involved. This is not only going to give you more control over the process, it's also going to give you a lot of freedom. It's also going to let you get feedback directly from the ultimate consumer and you can use it to improve yourself even more. The second way to do is change your approach. If your pitch is getting rejected over and over again, maybe there is nothing wrong with your product. Maybe there is something wrong with your pitch, with your email. Just look at it and find ways how you can improve your pitch. Suppose you're getting rejected over and over again by the same publication or by the same publishing house. Maybe you need to move to another publication where the odds are not stacked against you. The third step is you have to improve your authenticity. Be honest in your approach. You tell the audience exactly what they can expect, and when they go through it, you should deliver exactly that. Don't make false promises and then fail to deliver them, because you might get people to buy your product once, but if you don't give them the satisfaction, then they're not going to come back and buy your product again. The next step is ask for advice. No matter how much of an expert you are, there will always be people who know more than you, who are more experienced than you. Go to them, reach out and ask for help. You can just ask them for comments on what you need to do to improve your product or your proposal. The last step is stay in touch. If somebody rejected your proposal, don't burn bridges with them and don't think that I'm never going to contact them in my life. Do not have that mentality that if they reject you once, they reject you forever. Stay in touch with these people. Whenever they have another window of submission open, you can again approach them and with a different proposal, and it can obviously help you. And these people are not going to think that you are a loser, you keep trying again and again. Instead, they are going to understand your dedication of how much you want to work with them. That is obviously going to work in your favor. The next part of this video is how you can move on after failure. In Altucher's own words, diversification is everything. You get past this by having a lot of that's. But on top of everything, be like a child. Children forget. You make a child do their homework on a weekend and they'll cry for the entire day. But on the next day, they'll start behaving as if everything is normal. They won't even hold that grudge. They won't hold that sadness in their heart. They'll simply forget and move on. When you are a child, all your thoughts end with a question mark. But as you grow older, this question mark changes to a full stop, a period. Will I get over this? Changes to it's too late. Will I pass? Changes to I'm not good enough. Will she like me back? Changes to she's way out of my league. Your only hope to move past failure is to add question marks at the end of all your thoughts. Turn your judgments into queries. Turn your this to that. To a child, the world is full of possibilities. You can also think like that. The only thing holding you back, having an open mind and being curious, is your own limiting self-belief. You can get rid of that. You can embrace your inner child and get rid of your doubts. Instead, embrace that childlike curiosity and that questioning mind, and you can move on from failure. So that is all I had to discuss in this video. All the key takeaways, as I mentioned, are from this amazing book called Choose Yourself by James Altucher. This is a book I believe every person should read, even if they don't read many books or even if they don't read non-fiction. Altucher's writing style is very friendly, it's very interactive. You won't feel like you're talking to some motivational speaker or some inspiration guru. You feel like you're talking to a friend who knows what's going on in your heart and who is there to help you out of whatever mess it is that you're facing right now. So that's all for today, guys. If you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, it's because I had gone to the puja pandal at my campus, but it was not. I was told that there was going to be lunch, but it was because of this COVID-19 and social distancing protocols. Lunch was served, but we had to pack it and bring it back to our houses. There was no eating in a public place to minimize contact as much as possible. So yeah, I just came back and I wore this beautiful necklace which my friend Ina gifted me. I'm very grateful to have such good friends. And so yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. This was a slightly different video because I don't usually discuss takeaways from one particular book. Let me know if you liked it, and let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos. And apart from this, if you have any queries or suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very happy Navratri / Durga Puja / Dussehra. Take care, stay safe, and remember to stay awesome. Bye.